Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are a Squarespace designer or just a website designer in general, and you're thinking about offering SEO services for the first time to your clients, we're going to talk about it now. I don't really have this video planned, but we're going to talk about some details of how we do it, how we manage to help over 600 clients now with SEO specific projects, and show you how we do it, what we focus on, and give you some tips on how you can start offering it to clients as well. Now, the first thing to realize is that you probably actually already offer SEO services, you just don't know it. SEO is like a really big term that includes a lot of words and ideas underneath it. But one thing that SEO does include is specifically website design that's well designed. So if you're using H1 tags, H2, H3 body tags, you're tagging everything properly on your site, you're structuring things to be responsive on your site. Well, that is an SEO first strategy. But the way you take it to the next level is you really clarify that you're developing the site in a way that best helps Google understand who you are and what you offer. For example, on your pages, let's say you have one H1 tag, which is basically the core keyword or key target of what you're trying to focus on for that page and the content on that page. You're not using H1 tags throughout your page on every single section, and especially for those non-important sections or like small details. Those things really help with SEO. Again, very simple, non-intrusive. We haven't done any coding work yet. Really just understanding that the way you structure the page, if you're doing it properly as a web designer, you're actually doing a great job for SEO as well. And specifically on Squarespace, a lot of this comes out of the box correct. One thing to keep in mind, don't make an H1 like really small text and make H2 bigger and then H3 even bigger. Use the formatting and the structure properly so that when you put it on the pages, you use that same formatting and structure as well. And what I would do from there is go deep into understanding more about what structural elements actually matter. So for example, word count matters. If you have 300 or so words on your page, that helps Google understand what you do. Just saying services and then using 2 words to describe the service may make sense to someone who understands the industry, but you also want to make sure that Google and everything, and even the person who does understand the industry, that they understand what you offer in detail. Also, making it clear what your call to action is on your website is really useful. And these are simple things that make the entire experience really nice. So you have pages that are clear H1 tags. You describe what that is, and the example I use is like caveman language. Describe it in very simple terms. We do this for this in this city. Okay? Super simple, nothing crazy. And then from there, you can really start to develop further on the actual SEO side, which we'll get into in a moment. But this is an SEO first strategy. The way the pages are built, great. The other thing is like another thing to consider is like click depth. So if I go to your homepage, how many clicks do I have to go through to get to a specific piece of content? Ideally, 3 clicks is as deep as you want to go. You can go up to 4. That's a really like big site, but you want to keep things around 2 to 3 clicks. And so you want to make things really easy to find. Really easy to find. And a good test of this is if I click on a search result that comes up in Google of your website, and as soon as I click on it, if I click onto your homepage, how easily can I get back to that page? Can I just see it in your navigation and click on it? Do I go to your footer and see it and click on it? Or do I have to click on something and then click on something else and then click on something else? That's hidden. You want to make it as visible as possible. Now, the next thing, you want to figure out what you actually want to offer. With SEO, it is a long game, and I quote this to my clients all the time. And so you just got to understand there's a lot of ways to approach it and a lot of things that can happen. Truly, the SEO game is after the website's built, after this SEO first strategy, and after all the technical components are set up, like a Google Analytics, Google Search Console, all of those things are set up. that's where SEO begins. And that's where content creation really matters. Now, I could talk about this a lot and in a lot of different ways. So what you want to do is figure out what you're going to offer. There's the technical SEO setup. There's the initial SEO strategy. Those are things you could just offer with your website design package. Then there's, we said the technical, there's the SEO first strategy. And then there's like advanced like work you could do. Writing the site titles and site descriptions for all the pages, keyword research, that's more work you can do. And then you could even start thinking about developing a blog for them. Maybe they're not ready to blog yet, but you develop the blog for them. You can also offer things like actual written content posts. Again, you don't necessarily have to do this. You could write the post. You could get a writer to write the post for you. But that's where the SEO game really starts to take off. And that's a different service than website design and technical SEO setup. If you're up for it, great, literally awesome. But just really bear in mind that it's not one blog post that takes you through the roof, and it's not 3 blog posts that take you through the roof. If it did, and if it is, awesome, I love it. But to think that you would just write 3 blog posts and that you'll rank automatically is not possible. Also, it's a time game. There's time that is involved. One of our best blog posts to date that sends hundreds of people to our site every single month did not rank for the first 5 or 6 months, and now it ranks automatically. So is the top result when people search for this phrase, and a lot of people search for this phrase. And so it just takes time. It could be a great article, but it could just take time for Google to figure out that it's actually a good article, that people like it, that's useful, all of that stuff. And that's really a starting point. Okay, so the starting point is getting it all set up technically and then starting to work into content and teaching people content. And that's one of the things we've done. I have a whole course, a blogging starter kit that you could check out on our website down below. And the blogging starter kit is a great tool for you to get started on building not just websites, but understanding SEO as well. And as of right now, when you buy the blogging starter kit, I believe you get the SEO starter kit as free as well. So it's like $50. It's a great tool, totally worth it. And I do know the price will go up in the future. So if it is higher later, sorry about that, but it's going to be worth it because we constantly add new content to it. And now at this point, you understand all the different elements of SEO. You just need to structure packages, whether you include it in your initial website package, so you could beef it up and give the client more, or you do it as a one-off service. You just got to figure out what you want to offer and how you want to offer it and how you're going to be able to deliver it. So you already know this process. If you've designed websites before, you have to have a process. So I'd create a process of, hey, client, you pay up front, you pay 50% deposit, whatever it is. Then from there, we're going to do the work. Once the work's completed, you could review, do revisions, if it's content, whatever, all of that stuff, and then deliver the work, get final payment, all of that. Define a process for the service you offer. What I know to be important in this, and we find very valuable, at least in my process, is that you want to make it easy for the client to know what they're getting. And you also want to make it clear what they are getting and what they're not getting. What I mean is, let me use this example. This is not a good example compared to our work, but this is an example that I think makes a lot of sense to people. Taco Bell. All right, we're going to talk about some fast food. Taco Bell can offer better food choices at a higher price point, but their target market is not that. It's not that they can't get better ingredients. It's not that they can't make better food. It's that they choose to offer a quick, relatively cheap meal for you to be able to buy at a very low price point. Compared to like a $50 plate of Mexican food, these restaurants are completely different, yet they both offer the same style. They offer the same style of food. So with that said, you decide what level of quality and service you want to offer that corresponds to your website building projects or any other work that you do. Whatever work you do, you decide what level you want to work at and make that clear. Some people decide to do monthly SEO services because they really want to be engaged with their clients. I love it. Do it. Go for it. Some people offer really high price point initial consultations that they do for SEO to get started. Great. I love it. Some people offer lower price things to get started. Great, I love it. All of these packages are designed for a certain level of quality and delivery. And it's not that it's not about how much work you do. It's more about the quality of work done for the price point. So it's really trying to figure out what you want to offer and at what price point you want to offer it at. So you could say, hey, we're doing a $10,000, $12,000 website. SEO work's going to be $2K, and this is what you're going to get with it. So let me know if you have any questions down below. Definitely check out our blogging starter kit if you're really trying to learn about content strategy. Literally, most people start blogs and do content with like just shooting in the dark. You would never hop on a plane if you don't know where it's headed. All right. So let me give you a clear destination of how you could structure your content, and it'll be the same exact process you do for clients. It'll give you a clear destination of where you're headed. Blogging isn't about whether you like it or the client likes the writing. It's about being useful, and being useful is really often different than what we typically imagine. It's actually a lot easier. So check out the blogging starter kit for more info on that. And as always, if you got value from the video, hit the like button. If you have questions, drop them below and subscribe. You know the drill. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.